So now we are going to be working on page 24 in our book, in our workbook. And remember, we already kind of talked about this. We already had practice with this, but it's just a reminder. Okay, so it says, which cooking tasks are modeled by a linear equation? ¿Cuál de estos es un molde o moldeado como una ecuación lineal? Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna look down at my equations. Okay, so here, if you look at it, it says interpret the equation y equals mx plus b as defining a linear function whose graph is a straight line. Okay, pues en este lo que tenemos que poner mucha atención es que esté en la forma y es igual a mx más b. So I want you to write that down. Write down y equals mx plus b form. Okay, so remember, in order for it to be linear, it has to be set up in this form. Tiene que ser en esta forma para que sea lineal. But the thing is that it doesn't necessarily have to have both parts of it. Pero la cosa es de que no necesariamente tiene que tener ambas partes, nada más con que tenga una de las partes. Okay? So we were to look at the first one. It says y equals 9 over 5 x. So 9 over 5 would be my m. 9 sobre 5 es la m, our x, we have our x, plus 32, más 32, más 32 que sería nuestra más b. Okay, so do we have all of these parts? ¿Tenemos todas estas partes? Yes, so we would call this a linear function. Linear, lineal. Okay, the next one, it says y equals 5. La próxima dice y es igual a 5. Okay, so do we have the y? Yes. Do we have the mx? ¿Tenemos la mx, el número que está junto a la x? No. Do we have the b? Yes, we do. So remember, it doesn't have to have both parts. It can have just one part. So no tiene que tener ambas partes. Con que tenga una es suficiente. Pues no tiene la mx, it doesn't have the mx, but it has the b. Tiene la b. So would this be linear? Yes, it would. So we'd put linear. Okay. The next one, it says y equals 1 over 50x plus 2. La próxima que nos dice y es igual a 1 sobre 50x más 2. So do we have the y? Yes. Do we have the m? Yes. Do we have the x? Yes. Do we have the b? Yes. So tenemos en esta todas las partes. Tenemos la y, tenemos la m, porque es el número junto a la x, tenemos la x y tenemos nuestra b. So this would be linear. Esta sería lineal. Okay. For this one, do we have the y? Yes. Do we have the x? Yes. Do we have the m? No. But do you notice, even if we didn't have the m, if it was just x, y equals x, it would count. Si fuera nada más y es igual a x, contaría. But the thing is that it has an exponent. Tiene un exponente. ¿Eso qué significa? What does that mean? It just means it has a little number, right? And those little numbers right there do not follow this pattern. Because the x here, does it have anything on the side of it? On top of it? No. So does it follow this form? No. So if it has a little number or the exponent that we call, we would say that it is non-linear. If it has an exponent, then it is non-linear. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this one would be non-linear. No sería lineal. ¿Por qué? Porque si tiene cualquier número chiquito, que sería, lo referimos como exponente, significa que no crea una línea. Okay. There we go. Now page 52. 52, I mean 25. La página 25. Okay. So for this one, we've already been working on a whole bunch. Este ya hemos trabajado muchísimo en. So this one, you're just plugging in this equation into your graphing calculator. But in this case, it gives us the values of x. En esta ecuación la vamos a escribir en nuestra calculadora, pero nos da el valor de x, okay? So how are you going to do that? You are going to put y equals -2, and the x, you can put the x there, plus 4. But you do have to include the parentheses. Sí tienen que incluir el paréntesis. So this x, or this variable, represents a mystery number. Representa un número misterioso that we don't know, que no sabemos, pero in this case, it was provided to us. So we're going to plug in the mystery number. We already know the mystery number, so it tells us the mystery numbers are here. So we're just going to plug it into our calculator. So we go to Desmos. Desmos graphing calculator. Okay, so in order to do that, let me see, y in order to do that, y equals, let me see, -2, -2, and I'm gonna put the parentheses x, right, because that's my equation, plus 4. Let's see, plus 4. Okay. Okay, this is mi ecuación. But like I said, we already have our mystery numbers. So I'm gonna replace whatever's inside with these mystery numbers. So the first one is -3. The first one is -3. So I'm gonna plug it in for -3. And that gives me, what's my y? 10. So I'm gonna put the 10 underneath. Okay, I'm gonna put the 10 underneath. And you guys are gonna do that for this part too. Okay, so you're gonna put the numbers inside the mystery number. You're gonna replace the x with these numbers on top, and then you're gonna get a y value. And then my next equation for part B, it is y equals -1/2. Remember, tap on the side. Recuerden, van a ponerle al lado y van a poner en paréntesis again your x value. Van a poner el valor de x. So it's x shift 6 squared minus 2. Okay. Y ese me dice que la ecuación es y es igual a -1 sobre 2x al cuadrado menos 2. Okay, so this x value I'm going to replace with my first x value, which is -4. And what's my y value? -10. So -10 right here. And I'm going to plug in that right there. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to do that by yourself. So you guys can do that.